to an all request tribute edition of Two Track Tombstone with me, Jay Tombstone. Recently, I received a comment from Two Track Tombstone listener and my friend Veronica, and she listed a few things, and I said I'd get to each of them in time. And today we are doing a tribute to the movie Cry Baby. I have to say, when Cry Baby first came out, I saw Cry Baby in the theaters, and I didn't like it, to be honest. It was the first John Waters movie that came out after Divine died, and I think I was just a little, I don't know, I was just like, it didn't stand a chance for that reason. I've seen it recently, and I like it a lot more now. It just took a little while. I think everybody was a little traumatized right at that time that Divine had died and John Waters was still making a movie. It was a little upsetting. There's another thing. I've just made a milestone on my two-track Tombstone, and this is the first podcast I've done since I've gone over 10,000 listens. 10,000 listens! Isn't that crazy? I don't know who this is. I don't know who all these people are. I only have like 1,000 something followers, I think, but 10,000 listens. So I guess that means each person listened to my podcast 10 times. Not a bad record, I guess. Anyway, the first, we're going to start off with the song King Cry Baby from the Cry Baby soundtrack. It's Johnny Depp and the blonde chick. I don't remember the actress's name. But this is the song that he sings about himself, and it is the name of the movie. This is King Cry Baby from the Cry Baby soundtrack.
Before I can talk, cause I'm the king. Yeah, I'm the king. I'm the king. I can cry, baby, with a tear in my eye. If you mess with a king, you're gonna cry. I made you cry, I made you cry, I made you cry, I made you cry. Well, I'm a lonely king who needs
Crybaby from the Crybaby soundtrack. You know, in 2001, when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, initially I went to Jackson, Mississippi with my friend Gray, but eventually we ended up going to Short Mountain, Tennessee, to the Short Mountain Sanctuary. And when we were leaving from Jackson and going there, I went and stopped and bought a book to read while I was there. And the book I read on my hurrication was the Traci Lords book. I can't remember the title of it, but it was such an interesting and good book, and I remember it. And she talks about the making of this movie. At the time that they were making this movie, there were all these lawsuits going around because Traci Lords had done all this porn before she was legally of age to do porn. So there were all these lawsuits about child porn laws, and she said on pretty much a daily basis, somebody was trying to serve her a subpoena to appear in some court case over child porn laws that really had nothing to do with her, but because she was like caught up in this Supreme Court case over child porn, that people were constantly trying to serve her subpoenas, and it was crazy. And that the John Waters people, being who they are, would like form a barrier in front of her door and not let the subpoena people in. Like, yeah, she talked very fondly of this movie and the support she got from the cast and the John Waters people while people were trying to subpoena her for child porn. It's actually a sweet story. If you're looking for a good biography, I highly recommend it. I wish I remember the name of it, but it's Traci Lords' autobiography, and I'm sure you can find it under that. With the next song, I'm going to play my personal favorite song from the movie. Like I said, we watched it recently, and this is the one I remember most. It's the big scene, right? It's when she goes to bust him out of jail. And they all have great hair. This is Please, Mr. Jailer from the Crybaby soundtrack.
The only crime he's guilty of is simply loving me. Please, Mr. Jailer, won't you let my man go free? Well, I know it won't be long now till they cut his hair off too. Still, I'm hoping there's one favor that I could beg of you. So won't you let my man go free? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please, Mr. Jailer, won't you let this jailbird free?
Just look into his eyes, open up that door, just listen to his guitar, you will know the score.
Please, Mr. Jailer, let an honest man go free.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please, Mr. Jailer, don't you make a lifer out of me. I'm innocent, I swear it. Let my woman testify. She'll tell you where I was that night.
Love is out of mind.
Please, Mr. Jailer,
Won't you let my man go free?
please, Mr. Jailer. Oh, that's a good song. Isn't that a good song? I love that song. I'll bet Crybaby would make an awesome live theater show. They made Hairspray into a live theater show, and I saw that. I saw that with John Panette playing the Edna Turnblad role, and it was pretty nice. It was pre-Katrina. I saw it at the Singer. So that's that. Thanks for listening. I feel like I had something else to talk about, but I don't even remember now. There's this is all for Veronica. I have to tell you, there's a Kraftwerk thing in the making. I had never heard of Kraftwerk, and apparently now that I've kind of looked them up, they're a big deal, and a lot of people are crazy about them. But I'm sorry to say, I mean, maybe I'd heard of Kraftwerk, but I definitely don't know their music at all. But I'm researching it. I'm going to play two somethings, probably their most popular things. But there will be a Kraftwerk show coming up soon. Also, I'm going to be working at the Riverwalk Mall soon. We're taking a trip me and my boyfriend Keir are taking a trip to Pensacola for the 4th of July to spend the weekend on the beach with his family. And, that's it. Leave a comment, leave a suggestion, tweet about it, post about it, put it on your little Tumblr and all that other stuff. I love you for listening, and I'll see you on the next edition of Two Track Tombstone. With me, J. Tombstone!